It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Rescue Towing, Command Family Medicine, and John's Heating and Air. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to your Wednesday. Mid-40s out there this morning. A little bit chilly. Grab the jacket, long sleeve shirt as you head out the door. You won't need it later. Temperatures will warm up a little bit more today than what we've been experiencing so far this week. And I'm going for a high temperature of 80 degrees here in Springfield. That comes along with full sunshine and winds that remain pretty light for us across the area today. So overall, nice conditions and quiet again for much of the Midwest as high pressure is well in control of our weather pattern. No measurable rain for us, not just today, but for the rest of the work week forecast through the weekend and even into next week. Rain really hard to come by. So the dry areas across the Ozarks are going to expand. We're going to see the drought conditions get a bit worse here in the next couple of weeks. High pressure is firmly in control of our weather pattern. And of course, all eyes are down in the Gulf and down in the state of Florida as Hurricane Milton is barreling toward the United States. Yet another landfall for the U.S. expected as we head into the very late hours tonight and early hours of Thursday morning. In comparison, our weather is just so quiet. That storm system not expected to impact the Ozarks at all. Slightly warmer conditions today. I mentioned that. I think we will see some 80s dot the map later today. So nice overall if you want to head outdoors. It should be a nice day to do that. Warmer and drier than normal. And these conditions look to continue through the middle of the month. October really off to a warm and dry start, and we are going to see more where that came from. The long range charts and predictions from the Climate Prediction Center show that these above average temperatures and below normal rain chances look to continue for much of the Midwest, not just us here in the Ozarks, but there will be a widespread region in the center of the country that's just going to stay rain free, which may mean that fire weather conditions get a little bit worse over the next couple of weeks. We'll be monitoring that. Typically, it is the fall season for much of the Ozarks where we see our fire weather conditions upward tick a little bit. We have the dry ground, of course, all the falling leaves that can make things worse as well. And then breezy conditions. If those develop with the low relative humidity, any fire that gets going has the potential to take off very quickly. So that's something that I'll be on high alert for here in the coming weeks with such warm temperatures in place. Today in Springfield, I think we make it to 80. We'll see nice cool temperatures again this evening. It cools off nicely this time of the year. These October nights falling back into the upper 40s and low 50s for the start of the day on Thursday. And then we see the temperatures warm a little bit more. In fact, we may be in the upper 80s again by Friday with low temperatures falling back into the 50s. Info on Hurricane Milton. Well, it told you that it's expected to hit very late tonight into the early morning hours of Thursday and after dark landfall, which can be incredibly dangerous. I saw a lot of stories on the national news yesterday about evacuations, and it does appear that most are heeding the warnings on the west coast of Florida. But the storm surge is set to be just brutal, with storm surge anywhere from 12 to 20 feet for miles inland. It will be life-threatening to the state of Florida, and catastrophic winds will come along with that. Horrible flooding conditions happening and expecting it down in Florida. So we'll be thinking about everybody down there. No impacts, as I mentioned, are expected for the Ozarks or much of Missouri or Kansas. In fact, we don't even have rain in our forecast. Milton is going to take the national news headlines. And of course, we are still cleaning up from Helene. So it is a bad state of affairs down for the southeast with heavy rain, flooding, and damage from that storm. I am expecting that we continue to watch this storm system. The good news with Milton is that once it moves out over the state of Florida, it's actually going to move out into the open water. So it's not expected to curve and hit the United States again. We wish it wouldn't even do that one time, but we're going to be watching that storm for sure in the coming hours. Still some changes possible to the track, but it looks like impact will be anywhere from Tampa to Sarasota. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister Trivia Question of the Day. The question that I left you with yesterday. An important question here. What is the least common M&M color? The options that I gave you were A, green, B, yellow, C, blue, or D, brown. And to me, I always feel like I always have all brown in my packs, but I guess I just must be imagining that because D is one of the least common colors along with red. They only show up about 13% of the time. The most common M&M color they produce the most, blue. I didn't know they did these at different rates, but apparently that is true. Blue is the highest, orange is the second highest. Green is the third. I feel like those are the colors everybody likes. And then they reduce colors for yellow, red, and brown, but brown and red are only 13% of the time. Congrats if D, brown, was your guess. All right, here's the question that I'll leave you with for tomorrow. Which animal never sleeps? Do you think it is A, the bullfrog, B, the walrus, C, the ant, or D, the horse? Which one never sleeps? You can submit your guess. That's at aroundtheozarks.com. Thank you so much to our sponsors, Rescue Towing, Command Family Medicine, and John's Heating and Air. And thank you for listening to Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather with me this morning. I hope you have a fantastic day. Even though it's chilly right now, we'll see the sunshine and a high temp of 80. And then we'll kind of rinse and repeat and do it all over again tomorrow. Thanks for listening. We'll chat again early tomorrow.